Hi there. Why all the videos look like I'm just staring at the screen.
Tony, I want to see your toga. Let me see.
Hey, hold on. I don't know how to quite do this so everyone can. You want to like give them a toga overview?
Oh,
mine's much less epic than.
And we're live.
Than Lynn's.
Woohoo! No, I love it. I like the design. It's fancy.
Oh my god!
Look at that necklace. Yes.
Yeah. Also.
Wow! Nice. Oh.
This is so fancy.
So fancy. If the sheet itself does not make a statement, the necklace is just outrageous. I love it.
Just add to it.
Yay! Everyone's here. Okay. I'm gonna get started.
Hey.
Okay, so we're gonna start with well, the whole WE-Solation team is in Toronto, so we're gonna do a land acknowledgement, and we're still working with this, and we'll probably be working with this because we want to be mindful of you.
Yep.
So we acknowledge this is the sacred land on which we are privileged to gather today. This land has supported human beings for thousands of years. This land is the traditional territory of the Huron-Wendat, the Petun First Nations, the Seneca, the Métis, and most recently the territories Mississauga of the New Credit First Nation. So we've been talking about land acknowledgement, and we don't want it to just be words that we read, and that's part of what we're doing here today, is being mindful of the resources that we have and coming together as a community. And so I just wanted to share, in addition to the land acknowledgement, some resources that I found to be helpful. So there's an organization called the Toronto Aboriginal Support Services Council, and they are found on Instagram, but also at tassc.ca. They have amazing resources there. I was browsing their page today, and there's some really great resources for different groups around the city and around Ontario as well. So I would highly recommend checking them out. And they have some great organizations that are part of the tassc, who they have links to donate to help out their communities. Okay, so I don't know if maybe since we're all here today, maybe someone else wants to talk about what WE-Solation is. I don't know if someone else wants to. I'm happy to do it, but everyone's seen my face so many times that maybe somebody else wants to talk about what WE-Solation is. Anyone?
Well, I think everything, I mean, I want to jump in.
Yeah.
As everyone is staying at home, and it feels a little bit like we are by ourselves, we wanted to create a space where we can create community and stay together, maybe not presentially, but like being together in this space and sharing skills that we all have skills, and it's just a way to care of others and to duplicate our skills.
Yeah, exactly. And Erica hasn't joined us yet on screen, but Erica is the founder of Wise Bird. And I don't know if you want to briefly just give yourself an intro.
Yeah, well, I'm Erica, and I think we all met because of sustainability and low waste lifestyles. That's the way I met Sophie and Adriana and Tony and Lynn and everyone. I think sustainability is a very nice thing in common because I don't know, like you create links with other people that are in the same lifestyle. And this lifestyle is very mindful. So it's like very human and cozy. So this is me.
Thank you. Do we want to go around and just give some intros of ourselves? The rest of the team, and then we can do Ellen, the host of this evening. Tony and Lynn, maybe first.
Yeah, we're coming. So hi, I'm Tony.
Hello.
I'm Lynn. We're Plastic Free Toronto on Instagram. Yeah, we do a bunch of things, education, sustainability stuff. We like to hang out with cool people, which luckily there's lots of on this particular night. And we are so excited for WE-Solation and just meeting everyone and hanging out with everyone and learning some new things. And yeah, I'm really hungry, so I'm also looking forward to eating this delicious pasta sauce.
Woohoo!
Excited that it's very simple because my cooking skills are very basic.
Nice. I'm also carb addicted, so I'm excited. Adriana?
Yeah, so I'm Adriana. It's nice to meet you all. I run something called Collective Impact Journey. We curate eco-inspired events here in the city to bring people together around climate issues and around sustainability, which is exactly how, like Erica said, I met all of you, which I'm really excited about. And I am also really excited about just being part of this amazing series, bringing people together even through this isolation in something called WE-Solation. So cheers.
Nice. Thanks. And last but certainly not least, Ellen is going to teach us how to do some stuff. Yeah, take it away, Ellen.
Okay, hi, I'm Ellen, and I guess I'm the only one not in Toronto. I'm in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, and we are gonna make some pasta sauce every Friday night at our house for the last year or so. Me and my husband, well, it's mostly me, let's be honest. I make sauce and pasta and garlic bread, and people come over and eat with us. We have like a sign-up sheet online, and whoever wants to drop in can do it. And that's one thing I've really been missing since this quarantine business went down. So I'm glad that I at least get to still eat pasta on a Friday, and now we're just gonna enjoy each other's company virtually. So let's make sauce.
Thank you. And I have to say, I've been fortunate enough. Ellen and I became in real life friends through Instagram first, and then Sarah of Sustainable Suburb, and I totally crashed her Friday night spaghetti night a few months ago.
Amazing.
It was pretty fantastic, and I can attest to the sauce. So I'm really excited to actually get into it. So thank you. And also, can you just tell people how to find you on Instagram?
Right. Yeah. So my Instagram handle is common_earth. And that's like my only social media. And this is my first time on YouTube. So
Nice.
pretty special.
It's super special.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Am I forgetting? Oh, one last thing before we get started. For anyone who is participating, you can, anything that you learn through any of the WE-Solation sessions, take photos, hashtag WE-Solation Nation, and then tag the host being from the team, which would be myself right now. So your eco friend. Oh yeah, I'm Sophie at your eco friend in Toronto. So yeah, if you tag us with any of the pictures or anything that you learned, that'd be great. And there's a giveaway within a week of the episode We choose one random lucky viewer, and we will send a personalized note along with a seed paper so that you can grow some stuff at home while we're all at home. Okay, so I'm ready.
Okay, so ingredients.
Yes.
This sauce I got from a blog from one of my Instagram friends. The blog is called The Proto Pantry, and it's amazing. I highly recommend checking it out. There's only 4 ingredients, so you really can't screw it up. They are some can of tomato product. I'm using crushed tomatoes, but yeah, diced whole tomatoes, ketchup and water probably would be fine. Whatever you have. And then 5 tablespoons of butter. Okay. Salt and an onion. And I have like a chunk of a red onion and a chunk of a white onion, and that's just what I'm going to use. So that's fine. All right, step 1, get a big saucepan and put it on your favorite burner. If you have a shitty electric stove like that.
I do have that.
Nice. Okay, so for me, that would be the front right burner. It's the only one.
Oh.
That must be like a universal thing. The front right burner is the only one that works. And I just put my butter in first and just kind of start to melt it on like low heat.
Oh, I made a mistake here.
Already?
I was trying to be good, and I put water in my only big pot.
Oh, I mean, you have like a pan that's like got a lip on it. Like I'm using this thing.
Okay, I have a big skillet. I can do that.
Okay.
Okay, it's like lifting weights.
Yeah, this is my heaviest pan.
Okay.
Normally I would have music on, but I don't want us to get copyright.
I know. Well, we get
infringement.
we get kicked off as soon as music goes on, apparently. So
Who monitors that?
the internet gods.
I can sing for you guys. I'm kidding.
What?
I can sing for you. I can play some songs. I can sing it.
Oh, sing it. Nice.
But it was a joke. It was a joke.
You're totally saying. Should have cooking and karaoke at the same time.
Okay, so my butter is in the pan. Next thing you want to do is just like, I don't even want to say rough chop, just like chunk your onion into pieces because you're going to fish it out at the end. Although I have made this plenty of times where I've chopped it up and left it in the sauce or busted out my immersion blender. Shout out to those certain people who are obsessed with their immersion blenders. And just blended the onion into it, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to do this and drop it in.
You said 5 tablespoons, yes, of butter?
Yeah. Or thereabouts.
Got it.
I'm not usually much of a recipe follower. I don't know. I cook a lot from like leftovers and whatever's laying around. So if I can follow this recipe, I feel like anybody can.
Yeah, I always like to follow a recipe the first time so I can like see whether I like it and then I adjust it.
Yeah. That's how I feel about this.
But with spaghetti sauce, I feel like it's forgiving. You just kind of like,
yeah,
right?
You can't screw it up. And then once your onion is in there, you can just dump your tomato product in.
I have a question. If we're using fresh tomatoes, because we have them,
Yeah.
will it just take a lot longer? Or
I don't think so.
okay.
I mean, I don't know, but I think you should just dump
Just
it in
do it.
there. Just go for it. You only live once. And
And they soften pretty quick, tomatoes anyway, right? So
yeah, I think it would be fine. And you can just like leave it on low and it'll cook down. It'll be fine. I'm a professional, so.
okay, so sorry, did we already put the tomatoes in or no? We're chopping them. Sorry, oh my God, I'm so bad.
I mean, it's fine. We have, how long is this gonna be? Like an hour? We've got so much time. We're almost done. I just have to put salt in and then we can talk about.
I didn't rub chop. I haven't chopped yet.
So does everyone have their water boiling for the pasta?
No.
No.
Oh, wait. Sophie does. No.
That's a great.
Oh, no, it takes longer because it's the left front burner.
Oh, right. Yeah. I do not have my water boiling. I'm probably, so this is going to simmer for like 40-ish minutes or until we just feel like eating. And I'm not going to probably turn my water on for like another 15 minutes. But I mean, if you're a go-getter, then I recommend getting your water boiling now, I guess.
So I'm putting the onions in now.
Go for it, Sophie.
Okay.
Get those onions in there.
Ellen,
Yeah.
The smell.
have you ever had someone famous come to dinner?
What did you say?
Have you ever had someone famous come to dinner?
Yes, I have. Sophie came one time. And also, well, back then she was known to me as Popcorn Stealing Life, but I guess now the world knows her as Sustainable Suburbs. She came too, and that was amazing.
Definitely.
And you guys stayed the weekend and you slept in my son's bunk beds. It was awesome.
That was
Those were my two most famous people. Trying to think if anyone else famous has been by and I just forgot about it. No.
fun. I feel like my hand is maybe too close to the laptop and everyone can hear my sizzle.
No, that's good. We need that. We need sound effects because we can't have music.
Right.
I like the sizzle.
Yeah.
As long as it's not taking over everyone's voice.
If you haven't added salt, you can go ahead and add salt. And I'm not measuring. I would just say like, I don't know, a fistful? No, that doesn't sound right. A fistful of salt. Like a large pinch, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that can always be added after anyway, right? If it's not salty enough.
Yeah. And then now we just simmer the sauce. And that's it.
Well, it already smells delicious.
Yeah,
Thanks.
butter. I just recently got this new I got all fancy all of a sudden and decided to buy a butter flavored coconut oil.
Oh.
I don't know what I was thinking, but I was kind of happy when your recipe called for butter. I was like, hell yeah.
Hey. Where did you get that, Sophie?
The grocery store up the street from me, Chi, you know, the Chi natural foods places, they're around, I don't know if they're on the east side of Toronto, but I'm sure, actually, I don't know. That's the first time I've seen it. But
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that.
yeah, it smells like popcorn. Like it smells like butter, which obviously I attribute with popcorn.
I'm glad you're making the vegan version because somebody has to.
And yeah, and like for anyone who is vegan, I just use coconut oil in place of butter for everything, or oil in general. Like essentially oil and salt make up for butter in all the recipes that I've made without it.
So basically, this is where I just turn my burner up to like sputtering heat, which on this piece of crap stove is a 2. I don't know what
Wait,
that is.
sputtering would sound like it would be high.
I mean, it's like, no, I guess
Or is that like simmer?
it's simmer, but since it's like thick tomato stuff, it's kind of sputtering. It's kind of spitting. And I had to put like this thing on it. What is this called? Like a
Oh, I have no idea what that's called.
What's called?
this tool.
Oh, this sieve?
Like a,
Is that a
kind
sieve?
I guess so.
Oh, splatter guard.
Splatter guard.
That makes complete sense.
I mean, that's what I called it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
So since I'm done cooking, I'll just start talking about spaghetti night. This is not an original idea, so I should probably say that. I read an article. I actually don't even think I had kids yet. This was a long time ago. I read an article in Serious Eats about this family who, like the mom worked from home, the dad worked some crazy job with crazy hours. They had a kid and they kind of just felt like they didn't have time to connect with friends or like get to know their neighbors or see their family as much as they wanted to. And every time they tried to get something together, they were like too tired in the end to make it happen or whatever. So they lived in Philly and they decided, since they had a family meatball recipe and making meatballs was something they really enjoyed doing, they were going to host an open house meatball night every Friday. Anybody who wanted to come could come. And they just like put an email blast out to everybody they knew, told all their neighbors, and started a tradition, and it like changed their lives, blah, blah, blah. I thought it sounded so cool. And before I had kids, I was afraid that my life was gonna get, like taken away by my child, which it did.
Absolutely.
I'm really glad we started this. I made it one of our New Year's resolutions for last year, and we've been doing it ever since, and I highly recommend.
Nice. Did you end up going to that person? Because Philly is not far from you, right? Wait.
It's not far from me, and no, I've never even thought to do that until you just said that. But
That'd be so cool.
I should do that. We don't do meatballs for our spaghetti night because I hardly ever eat meat really, and I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we basically stole their idea. I should reach out to them and
That would be fun to hear about that and like go to the source.
Yeah, and I wonder if they still do it actually, because it was probably like 2014 when I first read this. So I guess maybe like right now they're probably not doing it.
Right, that's probably smart.
But when this is all over, maybe I'll see them on the other side.
Yeah. Okay. So what does this look like? Like, what do the current times look like for you where you are in Pennsylvania?
Well, it's bleak now.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're still working?
I'm what?
You're still able to work?
I'm still able to work. I'm working from home. I work for a college, so we shut down pretty quickly. And actually, it was spring break. The students just never ended up coming back from spring break, but the staff was all ordered to work from home, and that's what I've been doing. My husband is not working.
Okay.
His office is technically open, I think. They were, how do I say this on live TV? They were having a hard time making up their minds about whether or not they wanted to be open or closed. And I think they decided to stay open, but my husband was like, I ain't going in, sorry.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay me, but that's that's
Yeah.
not happening. So he's
There's
been
a lot-
home.
Yeah, there's a lot of those situations where I've been reading about and hearing about where people are kind of being forced to make that decision when it's really should be the company supporting their employees and making them, like, keeping them safe.
Right?
Yeah,
I think.
especially in certain situations where it's like health, and I mean really any situation. There's really no situation where you should have your employees in any kind of compromised position.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all been very, very eye-opening. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I used to work for the same company that my husband currently works for, and if we were both working there right now, I don't know what we would do, honestly. We would be screwed.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad I work where I work.
No kidding. Wow, because
Yeah.
that change was only made not that long ago, right? Like you've been there.
Yeah. I just started this job in August.
Right. So, whew, wow.
Yeah, I lucked out. I can't complain. So we're actually doing okay though, because even though he's not getting paid right now, we also don't have to pay for childcare because all the daycares are closed. So we're kind of doing like I have to seclude myself in the bedroom and work, and Greg parents. So.
Is there any and we don't have to talk about this if that's not comfortable, like totally fine. I just applied myself for what's called CERB here, CERB, which I can't even remember what it stands for, except that I needed to get on it. But basically it doesn't unfortunately cover everyone, but it is helping our family, and I'm able to, there's like a bunch of requirements, but it was actually quite easy to get on, and they cover, because I can't work in any kind of events, which is what I normally do, and I have to stay home to care for her, my daughter. But they cover 2,000. They pay us they give us $2,000 a month.
Oh, cool.
Which is really helpful. So is there anything like that there yet?
So you can apply for unemployment. We
Right.
haven't done that yet. I don't know if we will, when we will.
Yeah. It's so hard to know. Everything is so uncertain. Like you just don't know how long it's going to be. Like how long are things? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, right. Like if it's just the month of April, like we're probably fine.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that. If we get into May, like I don't know, maybe it depends.
Yeah.
God forbid anybody's health takes a turn in that 2-month period. It's all very day to day, like what do you do. So
oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say there's the stimulus thing, I guess, will be eligible for, but I don't know when that is happening. I don't really know much about that.
Okay.
Honestly.
So have you been, like, what's school situation? Oh no, wait. Is James in school?
He's
No,
in daycare.
Okay.
Like he's 3 years old, so
Right.
schools, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I don't know, time blends together. I don't know where I am or when I am, but the other day they decided that schools in Pennsylvania were going to stay. They're not going back this year if they're closed. So we usually, I don't know about you, but we usually go to school till like into June.
Yeah.
So that's not happening now. So I don't know what that means for daycare. They didn't really specify, but usually our daycare kind of follows whatever the local school is doing, like in terms of closures and stuff. So I don't really know. It's all so like, what is going on?
Yeah, exactly. they do have, they started the curriculum for the kids this week, which has been actually really helpful to get kind of a routine, more of a routine with Nyla. So we're in direct like contact with her teacher, and you know, she sends us work and then we email it back. We have a Google folder and she kind of looks it over and then gives us some notes, which is really nice. She's only in grade 1, so you know, it's really not the end of the world in terms of education for her right now. But they're saying it's definitely closed until May 6th, I believe. But I think we all know it's gonna be like the year is gone.
Yep.
For schools, yeah. Yeah. So what have you been like? What's your weekend looking like now? It's so weird. I'm like writing emails. I'm like, have a good weekend.
Yeah. Weekends, so like during the week, Greg mostly parents and I work from home.
Yeah.
We take breaks and
Yeah.
switch off or whatever.
Yeah.
Weekends, I don't open my laptop. I don't do anything work related. So we just kind of like both parent.
Right. Okay.
That's
good.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. The full-time parenting teacher and all that stuff is wow.
Yeah.
It's something. It's like it's a bunch of things. It's a good distraction. It's an annoying distraction, and I don't mean about my child, but just like I'm trying to do stuff and I can't because but
I think we are going dynamic of working and entertainment or leisure. It will completely change because I mean it's what, the 3rd week?
No,
and
fourth week.
It's been a full year.
It was March 13th when the schools, 12th when they announced that they were closed.
Came here in my area that day.
Yeah. Which is like, it's April 10th. Like what? It's the longest month and the longest, that was a slip, but fitting. The longest month and the shortest month at the same time. Does anyone else feel that way? It's like time is like just so weird to comprehend right now.
I feel like March was really, really, really long, and so far April's going by so fast.
It is.
I agree with that. I feel like this month, I keep looking at the date and being like, the 10th already?
I know.
Yeah.
It feels like there's gonna
But
be.
I also think that
Oh, sorry.
we don't have a lot of milestones anymore because before it was like Friday, and at the office you can feel the atmosphere. Everything's like, oh, it's Friday. But now, like, we are not out. Like, the socialization is not very high.
Everything,
like we need to create rituals, but different rituals to keep our like cheer and spirit alive.
Yeah.
All right, I'm turning on my water. If anybody has not done that yet.
I just did.
Turn on your
That's
pasta
not true. I just checked. It's been on for ages and it's still not boiling. It's my bad.
It smells so good.
It does.
It does.
Guys, I just want to share this with you. Has anyone ever cooked a cucumber before?
What? No.
Right? Apparently it's delicious.
Oh.
We're about to find out.
What are you cooking
We've
it
done
in?
this before.
I haven't
done it. Okay, well, you have. You liked it.
Good idea.
Okay, tell me about this cucumber. What are you cooking it in?
Cooking it in ghee with some rosemary and some salt and pepper. Very basic, but it's delicious. I don't eat raw food because it upsets my stomach mostly. So I cook everything, including my cucumber, and it's still delicious. Strong recommendation.
Yeah, you
Kind
know,
of like a zucchini when it's cooked.
Say it again?
Does it kind of taste like a zucchini when it's cooked? Like this similar texture?
No, it doesn't get as smushy as zucchini does.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just counterintuitive. It still feels and tastes like a cucumber, just warm and delicious.
Okay, I'm gonna try it just so I know what that tastes like. Just so I can say that I've had cooked cucumber.
There you go.
That's awesome.
when you said the you can't eat anything raw, I went to school for traditional Chinese medicine acupuncture, and part of that course is like talking about food, and it's all about like the energetic properties, and in Chinese medicine they talk about raw. Everything has to be in balance. That whole goes with the yin and yang, and that everything is to be in balance. And they want everything to be cooked to some degree, because it's easier for our body to digest it. So the whole idea was like when you eat raw, because like raw is supposed to be like the healthiest, but really it depends on what your constitution is. If you're someone who ends up being like tend to be on the cooler side internally, then that's not going to work well. So everything has to be kind of warmed up, that your body doesn't have to overwork. That's why a lot of women in particular tend to get really bloated when they eat raw foods, like raw salads and like carrots and stuff like that. So they recommend cooking it a bit, or at least adding like warming foods like ginger or spices, so that it's easier for our bodies to. Anyway.
How do you know if you're cooler on the inside?
So there's a lot of different ways that they diagnose these things in TCM, and that's looking at the tongue. So there's a pattern on the tongue. If there's like a white coating, then it tends to be possibly on the cooler side. You might have more dampness in your body. It's all like kind of, it sounds very almost like poetic, the way that they diagnose things. If there's like a lot of deep red and cracks, then there's probably dryness and heat in the body. Yeah, so if you find, also if you're just like tend to be on the cold side normally, or if you know have, there's a lot of different factors, but they look at like facial hair, nails, the quality of the pulse, like it's like slippery, wiry, it's like all these weird, it's not like testing pulse. I know it sounds
slippery.
I know, it's interesting anyway.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Very cool. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's just a different way of saying like what we talk about in Western medicine, I think. But I mean, Tony could talk more to that. But but yeah, it's just a different way of looking at it. Actually, looking at our body's reactions, because all the things that happen, you know, whether it's like our skin, you know, the tongue, like if someone's face is red, it could mean that they might have heart issues, but you would look at a bunch of other things that go with it, like so many different diagnostic kind of things that you look at. Yeah, anyway.
Interesting. So are you qualified to diagnose for this?
Well, I technically yes, but I'm not. I took my training a number of years ago, and I decided to not be part of the college and just stick with the College of Acupuncture, and just stick with my RMT, my massage therapy. So technically I can't really use diagnostic tools with traditional Chinese medicine.
Well, if you ever want to practice, you're more than welcome to check me out.
Sounds good. Don't tell anybody.
I won't.
So since there's so many of us, do you want to play a game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have it's not really a game, but I have this. Have you ever heard of Table Topics? Do they have that in Canada?
No.
No.
It's like a card game. It's like they just have questions on them that you use to like start conversations, and it's great for
Cool.
spaghetti night when people that you don't know come over and you don't know what to talk about or if they're not talkers. So how about I just ask you some questions?
Do it.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right. What do you admire most about your parents?
Ooh.
Interesting.
I will say humor. Their sense of humor.
Yeah, I would probably say my mom's sense of humor. It's not socially acceptable or appropriate.
Same with my dad.
And then yeah, my dad's he's a very good listener. He's very quiet and like thoughtful in his responses.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I will say, for my dad, he is a fantastic storyteller. So I admire that about him. And my mom is just her youthfulness. She is like this young, vibrant lady who will, she's just the life of any party.
Anyone else?
Well, I can go. I think from my mom, I admire a lot the way she observes the world, and she's very observative. And my dad, from my dad, I think I admire a lot his determination. Whatever he wants, he will get it.
Nice.
I think you got that from him, Erica.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Actually, both of those things.
Oh, thank you very much, Adriana.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I'm hearing is definitely seeing reflected in everyone that's saying what they
That's
admire. So what about you, Tony and Lynn?
For me, I'd say probably for my mother, I think she's like the kindest person I know. Like she's the type of person, like if someone needs something or is having a bad day, like she will go to their house to bring them like food or pray with them or whatever they need. She's that person.
That's
So
lovely.
that's always lovely. And then in terms of my father, he's just a wonderful father, which I really admire. Like he was always like our biggest cheerleader. He was always telling us about our self-worth and like, you know, you need to respect yourselves and respect others. And just like, I feel like he did a lot of, I mean, he really respects us and loves us. And I feel like he was just, and is just a great father. And I really admire that about him.
Oh.
I feel like he's very wise and he's very good at like imparting wisdom. So like I have so many quotes in my head, like all the time, like running in the back of my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, my dad said that. He was right. Like as I grow older, I'm just like, he said a lot of good things that I didn't understand at the time. But yeah.
You probably rolled your eyes at the time.
Yeah, 100%.
think also our perspective was a little bit different when we were younger.
Oh,
and
yeah.
For sure.
And the older you get, the more that you share their perspective, I would say.
Absolutely. Good one.
Okay. This one says, what was your favorite childhood meal?
Easy one.
Guys,
Yeah.
mine's so basic. This is when I was like really, 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 really little. Don't laugh. White rice with ketchup.
Sorry. The first thing you said was don't laugh. That's what we all did.
Mine is macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
All comfort foods.
And it can't be real cheese. It's got to be like Velveeta, like the fake melted gelatinous.
The luxurious like mac and cheese. The Velveeta was like the good stuff, not the
Yeah.
stuff.
The silky processed. It coated the noodles completely. Has to be that.
Yeah, nice.
I love it. For me, it was definitely always lasagna and white rice, actually. Lynn, I'm with you. I didn't do the ketchup, but white rice, I could just eat a plate of it, no problem.
Yeah.
But lasagna was like the thing.
Ellen, did you say it was a whole bag of pasta?
Yeah, the sauce, yeah, will cover like a whole pound of pasta.
Okay.
You don't have to make a whole pound. I'm probably gonna save some of my sauce to make like pizza with another day this week, but you do you.
Here's an important question. Does anyone snap it? Or
I do.
yeah. Who
I'm a
snaps?
snapper.
I do.
Okay. I'm in between.
I like it wrong.
Mm.
I
Let's
think
do the spaghetti test.
Food is
Do you
very
all do
personal.
the spaghetti test?
Yeah.
What's the spaghetti test?
It's where you, once the noodles are almost done, you take a piece of spaghetti and you whip it against the wall, and if it sticks, it's done. Did you do that ever?
I have done
In
that.
my house, that's how we eat the spaghetti.
We did that in Mexico also, yeah. At least my family does it.
Okay, so Erica, what was your favorite food growing up?
Well, when I was little, and of course now or also, it's enchiladas.
Ooh,
Yummy.
so good.
Enchiladas, I can eat enchiladas every day.
Yeah.
You know what? I would love to learn how to make them. I was just saying that to Gary, like maybe a week ago, because we love tacos and we eat a lot of them in this house, but I've never ever learned how to make enchiladas.
I can teach you guys.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
So, my favorite meal was, I feel like, I could have eaten it for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, was shepherd's pie.
Oh,
Love shepherd's pie. It's like kind of a, I don't know, it's just felt like a staple for me. It was definitely
it's
not for
so good. We do that in our house now, but we don't eat any meat, so we do it with lentils as the base instead of meat, and it's so yummy.
Yeah, I don't do it with meat anymore either. I haven't done it with lentils yet. I just make it with like a bunch of veggies and make like a sauce. So it's basically just potatoes and vegetables.
Just the potatoes. I think potatoes may be like one of my favorite foods.
Oh yeah, so good.
All of the ways. I'll take them any way I can get them.
Yeah, same.
Okay, here's another one.
Yes.
What do you wish you were better at saying no to?
Ooh.
My child.
Oh.
Actually, that's not true. I do say no to him a lot. Actually, wait, no, I revise. I wish I was better at saying yes to my child. Sometimes I find myself saying no to his requests for no reason. And I'm like, why don't I just say yes? Like, what's the big deal? Yes, you can take a bath at 2 o'clock, sure. But I wish I was better at saying no to
I have mine. For me, I think it's helping others.
What was that?
Helping other people. Like, I think sometimes I don't realize that maybe I don't have the capacity all the time to help everyone. Like, and yeah, that's it.
I will echo that.
Yeah.
That's my answer as well.
Yeah, me too.
I think mine is similar. I think a lot of times I'm not in the mood to like be social or have conversations with people, but they'll be like, can we talk about this? Or I wanted your opinion on that. And like, I'm really bad at saying no to having those types of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying to Lynn, like, I feel like I'm actually fairly good at
She's
saying
really good
no,
at saying no.
which
She
is
just
maybe
says no all
not
the
something
time.
to be proud of, but
That is something to be proud of, I think. Knowing your
I do too.
boundaries.
Yeah.
I agree. Knowing your boundaries is a really good thing.
Yeah.
And to like back to the saying no or yes thing to your child, I read this book years ago, back in the day when I was an early childhood educator, from Barbara Colarasso, about how to teach kids with wit and wisdom. And she talks a lot about, rather than saying no or yes, just kind of starting off with maybe if you're not sure, and just kind of leaving it at that always, because it's a possibility and it's not a hard no. And so it just leaves it open for you to think more about it when you have a moment to decide whether they can actually do it or not.
Yeah.
It stuck with me. I was like, oh, it makes a lot of
And
sense.
I think for me, I read also that I think it was in a podcast or something like that, but it's much more than you don't want to say no, that you don't want to help them, but maybe not at this moment, maybe in the future. Because right now you don't have the capacity, but maybe in the future you will have it. So,
Yeah, I've used both of those. They are helpful to say maybe, because it is so easy to quickly be like no, and then I hear myself, I'm like, oh, I'm like, well, actually we can't do, ice cream banana boat sundaes today or this morning, but this weekend, like giving some type of yes, like we're not going to do that thing, we could do this at this time, like trying to shift it so that it's not always no, because it feels bad also to say no in like with kids and other things too.
I think I have realized, I don't know you guys, but I have realized that whenever I feel bad saying no, it's because I really want to say it and I really want to help. Or in your case, Sophie, you really want to do something for your child, but it doesn't mean that it's the right thing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one. Is it more essential to develop beliefs or gain knowledge?
Ooh.
Gain knowledge.
I like the beliefs better.
I was gonna say beliefs. I think if you had asked me this like up through 2018, I would have said gain knowledge, and then I don't know what happened last year, but now I think I would say develop beliefs.
But I say gain knowledge because in order to develop beliefs, you have to first gain knowledge to figure out what you want to choose to believe in.
That's
true.
Otherwise,
I
you're
was
just
thinking.
not really
Or,
developing.
which is true.
Choosing them willy-nilly.
Or you develop beliefs, and that orients the way in which you seek knowledge. Like I don't think they're.
I think
That's true.
I will say that
interchangeable.
we develop beliefs based on what we see, and if we don't develop experience, we cannot develop knowledge or beliefs. So they are very linked to each other, I will say.
It's interesting. Like, I think my beliefs come from my morals, which I gained at a very young age. And because I had those morals, I was able and willing to look for the truth in a lot of things that I may not have otherwise. So I think they're interchangeable. Both make sense. I think they're just like a circle, kind of like a circle of life. Like the more you learn, the more your beliefs will probably change and the circle will continue. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good question. Really good question. I feel like those should be on the connection cards that Annabelle made.
Yes, I was thinking about it.
Were you?
I'm gonna send them the connection cards.
Sophie, what do you
basically?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I think my gut instinct is knowledge. Because I have my beliefs, but I'm also feel like I base them on the knowledge that I get. So they can be changed. Really. So yeah. Otherwise, I'm not going to grow.
Okay, would you rather be a great musician, artist, or athlete?
Musician.
Musician?
Yes.
Musician.
Huh.
Artist. Music is too hard.
Artist. Yeah, music is too hard. I don't have time for that. Artist.
In my head, I was just like, I would just be blessed with some kind of gift that, not that I'd have to actually learn.
Right. Oh, it's true. That's true.
That I would wanted knowledge.
I think
I go
music.
with
for
the
sure.
artist. Yeah.
You the artist, Erica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me it would be music. I have way too many instruments in my house and I have yet to learn them. So I think that's kind of like, I'm going in that direction, but I haven't taken the plunge. Although I did just cut my nails with the full intention of learning the guitar. So stay tuned.
I'm gonna hold you to
That
that.
was a commitment.
Accountable. Yeah, I'm gonna check in like in a week and be like, did you learn any notes yet?
I sound like my dad. I got
Can
so
you
many
play some
pieces
music
of
for us?
guitar 7 years ago. My dad is a musician. He's a blues musician. And so my parents jam out and my mom's a singer. So they jam out every Saturday. And so I've grown up in a very musical family. And they all play instruments. I used to play the clarinet back in the day, but I stopped many years ago. So definitely picking up an instrument would mean a lot to me.
Can you sing?
I used to sing. I used to be a soprano, but I have vocal nodes now, and it's really hard for me. So, yeah.
Wow.
I know.
So
Okay,
no
well,
asses in this group.
Wish
I
to
guess.
be, yeah.
My spaghetti is ready.
Mine is also ready. How is everybody on the spaghetti?
Oh, shoot.
Well, I just threw mine against the wall and
And
no, but I and what happened to my fork? Uh-oh, did I drop it in the
I'll throw mine against the wall.
what did I do with the fork? Oh yeah, I got my fork in here.
So good.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna taste test my sauce and see where we're at, but
I've been doing that all along.
Yeah, same.
So good.
ooh, it's edible. So,
Mm.
but I can wait for you guys if you're still boiling your pasta.
Oh yeah, it's ready.
Oh.
No, so
Nyla, are you ready for spaghetti?
Sadly, guys, we actually have to go for our, next dinner party, our toga party. So,
Well, enjoy. Can you do another spin test?
yeah, maybe at the end, just before we go, we'll do a little spin.
It's amazing. It deserves to be,
We're seen by all of the internet, and by that I mean our like 30-something followers.
oh. Have fun, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Ellen, so much. This was so fun.
Thanks for coming. I'm so glad we had like so many people. It feels like a real spaghetti night. The more the merrier.
Fine.
We should not stop this.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stay on.
We could just oh sorry. I mean, well yes, that as well, but I meant like that we could continue to do this whenever whoever's
Yeah.
available. We could do spaghetti on Friday.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we should definitely start this tradition.
Okay. All right, ready for our like last one? Togas.
Woo!
Nice.
Bye.
Bye.
Have fun.
Bye.
All right, so at this point, I just like fish out all the pieces of the onion. But like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to just like bust out the immersion blender, blend them in, you can do that. I'll probably save these onions and put them on pizza later.
Ooh, fun.
Oh, you don't eat it with the
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. But the recipe calls for you to pull them out. So that's what I'll do for now. But I do sometimes just eat them.
Yeah, I feel like I'm too lazy to pull them out.
I'm
Then,
gonna blend mine.
yeah.
Eat it?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep them in. Okay, they're going in the Vitamix right now. Just gonna mute
I
this.
actually didn't have spaghetti, so I used another type of pasta, but it's still very tasty.
I'll throw out another question while we're all tasting our sauce. Would you be likely to survive alone in the wilderness?
Sure, I could for a couple days.
A couple days.
I don't think I will survive.
I would die immediately.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do well. I don't know. If I had Gary with me, I would do much better. But I have to say, not that I'm not a feminist. I think I'm strong, but I do think that having a partner in that would make it a lot easier to survive.
Oh my gosh. It's got nothing to do with feminism. I am blind without my contact lenses. So all it takes is one dry night in the forest. And I'm dead. I can't see past my hand when it's right here if I don't have my contacts in. So it's over.
That's a huge difference.
I'm dead.
I feel like people are so much more capable than what they think they are. So that's why I'm saying a couple days. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to eat. I don't know how to do anything really, but I feel like I'd probably be okay without water and food for a couple days.
I would say that me, I wouldn't be worried about food, but I would be worried for the animals. Like, I hate animals, and no, I don't hate animals. I'm afraid of, like, I cannot wild animals. I would just panic, and yeah.
You don't like animals?
I'm very afraid of animals. I can't go with animals.
All animals?
Well, not very little animals, but like even a horse. I cannot touch a horse.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I'd be scared out of my mind.
Yeah, there's that too.
Like,
Okay, I blended mine in my Vitamix and then I added it to my spaghetti and it looks like this creamy rosé sauce of sorts. Mm-hmm.
You're not ever going to make any other sauce, I don't think. This is going to be it for you.
This is definitely looking that way. Okay.
All right, let's see. What other question can we do? That's too bleak. Okay. What are the most important qualities in friends? Sense of humor.
yeah.
Yes. I think honesty too. Like I love when my friends are honest with me and can call me out on my bullshit and just say, hey, you know what? You need to buck up or whatever it is. Like I really appreciate that about people close to me.
Yeah.
So I will say honesty.
Yeah. I think so too. I think being able to just be myself with friends and not have to censor myself in any way, like just be open. So I guess honesty is kind of goes with that.
And it's
I will add authenticity. Yeah. And
Okay, what is one fear you would like to conquer?
Ellen, you didn't answer the.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I said a sense of humor and what did I say after that?
That one also.
Yeah.
I think for me now, if all my friends hear this, I think now for me it's very important that they believe in the impact of their actions and accountability. And I'm talking about climate change and social issues and environmental issues. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed some of that. Was I was blending.
Don't worry. That for me, I would say that now it's very important for me, and I value a lot when my friends take accountability for their actions.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, Nyla, you ready for spaghetti? Yeah? You want to
Okay, what is one fear that you would like to conquer?
YouTube Live.
Oh, that's a good one.
What was the question?
What is one fear that you would like to conquer?
Oh, that's hilarious.
So I had
Is it me?
Whoever.
Hang on, hun.
I'm gonna get very vulnerable in here.
There's no, we don't have cheese, but there's lots of tomatoes. Please turn that off, hun.
Nooch. Nooch in place of cheese also works amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I think I would say that this fear of being judged.
Of being, sorry, I didn't hear that.
That the fear I would like to conquer is the fear of feeling judged.
Yeah. Yeah. I echo that as well. Yeah, and I think like the fear for me, like the fear, so I had a very significant fear, like a debilitating fear of speaking in public. I would say my whole life up until recently, and it's been something I've been slowly overcoming. But it was just, I think that was the fear that was underlying that entire issue, was just that fear of being judged and rejected and not being liked. I think that was driving that. So yeah.
You've overcome that big time. You've
Sorry?
definitely overcome that. Oh, I can't believe that I would not have thought that.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah,
I feel the same way, and I get that all the time. I had such like serious social anxiety middle school through college, and it was like, oh, even just thinking about it is making like my face red. But yes, it wasn't until college when I like forced myself to speak in public, even though it was literally like I would rather die than do that. But I made myself do it, and I survived. And yeah, I agree with you. That's a big one.
There's 2 years. It's being vulnerable, right? It's also it's scary. So this is really good, by the way. I am just going ahead and jumping in.
Yeah.
Woo!
I think Nyla is going to be the real
Test.
yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Nyla.
Know my name.
How do they know your name?
Yeah.
I talk about it.
I like it, Nyla.
That's Erica.
Hello.
And there's Ellen. And that's Adriana.
I just got a text message from Gary saying it's delicious.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I?
Oh.
You don't know? Yes, public speaking was definitely a big fear of mine that I still get really nervous, and I think I always will. But I think that's a good thing. Yeah, it's easier once to talk about something in public when it's something I'm passionate about.
I think maybe that's what helped me get over it.
Hmm?
Yeah, I mean, I was always so terrified, but over the past year, I've been able to get up in front of small and large groups of people and talk about what I'm passionate about. And I think you're right. I think that may have been a huge part of it.
Mm-hmm. It turns off, like as soon as I start talking about it, when I say it's like anything kind of waste related, then I don't even have time to think about being nervous. Like once I start talking, because I'm just like so into it, and I feel like I have to hold myself back.
You are natural.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's really nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. By the way, anyone who is watching, I hope that you were able to have everything prepared and make this with us, so you're enjoying it with us too, because it is so good.
Oh my gosh, it's really, really tasty. Hey, wait a minute. I feel like, Ellen, are you the only one who's not eating it yet?
No, I am eating it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were still cooking, and I was like, wait a second.
No, I'm fully eating it. It's extremely hot though.
We're all eating spaghetti.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna make this again. Absolutely.
It's really good. And the more butter you add, obviously, the better it tastes. I mean, like a whole stick. I think 5 tablespoons is not enough. But
I added a little more.
As you should.
I think I might have as well. I'm not really sure. Is it good, Nyla? Do you like it? Do you like it?
I ate all of it.
You ate
No.
all of it? You're eating noodle by noodle.
That's how you savor spaghetti.
You know how she eats toast? Her favorite thing what's your favorite thing to eat in the morning?
Toast, peanut butter, honey.
Toast with peanut butter and honey.
That's Gary's favorite.
And she's now started. What do you do with it?
I flip it over and put it on the plate.
The peanut butter?
Yeah.
And why do you do that?
Because I want to savor it.
Because she wants to savor it.
That's amazing. Good for you, Nyla.
She's like a real food critic, using words like savor.
Savor, yeah. I don't think I knew what savoring anything was. I think I just got my plate of lasagna and devoured it as a child.
Yeah, I'm like, who taught you that? I don't think we're that fancy. I don't know, because Nick and I both eat real fast, embarrassingly fast. So
I don't.
No, you don't.
Okay, what celebrity do people say you look most like? I get Amy Adams.
Oh yeah, I can see
Or
that.
sometimes Kristen Wiig. Both have a weird nose.
How did we all eat the same thing?
We cooked the same meal.
I think no one has told me that I look like a celebrity.
I haven't been told that in a long time. But
the unique person, I would say that it was my cousin. She was telling me that I look like a Mexican actress that is very funny, and she's always making jokes and smiling. So.
Well, that's fitting.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to get Katy Perry, which is strange. I think it's just like the eyes, something about my eyes, but that was a long time ago.
That's cool. I used to be in high school. They used to call me Phoebe from Friends because I had long, super straight blonde hair, and my sense of humor made it seem like I was like not in on the joke, but I'm
I bet you are always in on the joke. But Phoebe is amazing. She's one of my favorite characters, so I'll give you that.
Yeah. Okay, let's do one more, and then I probably have to get my child out of the basement where I have locked him. He's with my husband. I locked them both down there.
Sounds good.
Okay. Is science or art more essential to humanity?
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It's a loaded question for anyone interested in sustainability.
Is science or art more essential to humanity? I'm gonna go with art. I love science, don't get me wrong. And I would have said science probably up until a couple years ago, but
They really changed a couple years ago.
I know. Do you know what happened? Here's what happened. I had a baby the same year Donald Trump became our president.
Oh.
It upended me.
Ay. Right.
Still not over it.
Well, he's there. I'm gonna go in terms of like thinking about humanity. I feel like the arts is what displays our humanity. So I'm gonna have to go with arts, I guess. Yeah. Although I obviously see I love science too, but yeah.
I don't really.
You don't
Yeah,
like
Nyla, what do you think?
She said she doesn't really like science. So
So
you
art for you.
art? You prefer art over science?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings. I will keep both of them because they are very important. But if I have to choose one, I will go for art.
I think the same. I think that art it really has the capacity to like inspire us. And although sometimes we should listen to the science, a lot of people don't, but we feel art inside of us in a way that we don't feel science, or at least I don't feel it. So I think it's really good for humanity to feel inspired and to feel things that they can share with others.
Agree. And I feel like right now we're at a point where humanity is a little obsessed with data. Like we're a little bit too in on the science right now and kind of, forgotten about the arts. So I just feel like art would be the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love this game almost as much as I love the spaghetti.
Yeah.
What is it called again?
It's called Table Topics. No, this is not sponsored. I wish these people were paying me. But it's cards that look like this. They come in like a cube, a very adorable cube that like sits on your coffee table. They have a whole bunch of themes. Like there's a kid-friendly one. Saucy, you would like it. And it's like they're just conversation starters for different groups of people, and they're awesome. The questions are super deep. So
yeah, it's good. I like it.
Mommy.
Yes. I really like it too. Thank you so much for bringing it to like our evening.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me for spaghetti night, and I hope everybody's sauce turned out okay.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed my kid, but this was really fun. Let's definitely try to do it again.
Absolutely.
We'd love to. Thank you again so much, Ellen.
Yeah, we all conquered our fear of YouTube Live tonight, you guys.
Wanna say bye?
Well, guys, have a beautiful weekend, and also hi to everyone that will be watching the video or is watching us. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Nyla?
Yeah?
Are you done your pasta?
No.
Not yet. You're still savoring it. Good for you. Okay, well, enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody.
Thanks, you too. Bye, everyone.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye. Coming out.